Nou jongens, we zijn op Schiphol. Dit is Hanna. En dit is Diana. En we gaan nu lopen naar, ja, wat eten. Ik heb honger. Ik heb nog niet gegeten. Jullie hebben allebei al gegeten zeker, of niet?
Ja,
McDonald's? Ja, zeker weten. Of Laplace. Laplace is ook, oh dat is duur. Ik heb geen geld. Oké, zie je zo weer. Hi everyone. God, it's been a while since I've talked on camera actually. Yeah, I've wanted to sit down and tell you about how my first week has gone because, well, yeah, it's I don't have much footage of the first week because I was like getting used to all the new stuff and getting on the subway and figuring out the subway system and getting in school and, you know, figuring out my place there and how I'm feeling and everything. And yeah, of course the jet lag hit me really hard, and yeah, just getting used to everything was the first week basically. I did a lot too. It was really fun. So I'm just break it down for you all and tell you all about it. I might look a bit to the side because I've like organized everything what I wanted to talk about, because I felt like organizing my thoughts was the best way to do this, because I'm like a mess at remembering things, and I'll tell you something like this and then be like, oh no, but this one before that. So yeah, that's why I'm doing that. We'll start with the day of departure. Well, I was kind of nervous because I was like meeting the girls that I hadn't met before, you know, going away, but it didn't feel like I was going away. It was just like, oh yeah, tonight I'm going on a plane, you know, going on a small trip and be back in a few days. That's what it felt like actually. And yeah, I didn't do that much that day. I went to my brother's soccer game and I ordered some Korean won, and then when we actually got to Schiphol, like the airport, it felt so much more real that I was going away. And then yeah, I had to say goodbye to my family, which was a bit hard. And then I met the new girls. We had Mac for dinner. Yeah, of course, you know, you gotta do that when you're going away. And we had Korean dinner in the airplane actually. Like a few hours later. You could choose between Korean food, bibimbap, or just regular vegetarian food, and I chose bibimbap, but I wasn't too hungry, so I only ate the dessert. And yeah, on the flight it was just, you know, watching movies and just chilling. The flight actually went really quickly. Yeah, we got like in. I got on the you know, on the, how do you call that? Immigration, thank you, that was the word. And it was hot. Like, we got out of the plane and it was pretty cold in the Netherlands, and then we got out of the plane and I was like sweating, and I was tired but hyper, and I was sweating and it was hot, and the time difference was so weird because in my mind it was like 8 a.m. And then we went to immigrations, and it took a bit. I have pictures of the airport. It was so clean. I was like so shook at how clean and gorgeous the Incheon is. It really is pretty. It's huge, and it went by pretty quickly. Actually, we passed through customs, and then we got our bags like 5 minutes later. And I was like, well, take notes, Schiphol, because girl, nobody got time for waiting on your damn suitcase, you know. And here I was with my huge, I forgot to take pictures of that as well. Oh, that was really stupid. Like my chimmy from BT21, my chimmy like stroller, I guess it was, and I put my luggage on it. It was like a mount of luggage, and then you saw like this little head above it, like, oh yeah, this is all my luggage. And yeah, it was really pretty there. And then we went outside to find our drivers, and then I got into the cab and we started driving, and I was like, my eyes were wide, and I was like, had my phone and I was listening to music, and I was like, oh, making snapshots. So I'll insert those here. And the first thing I felt, and then I was like driving through Korea, I was like, oh my god, this is so pretty, and it almost felt a bit like coming home. This talk was long overdue, but it felt a bit like coming home after years, you know. It felt familiar, and I actually thought it looked a bit like Colombia. I was like, wow, this actually feels a bit like home because of all the scenery, like the a lot of hills and a lot of trees, and it was so pretty, and it was raining and drizzling, and I had to fight to keep myself like awake because I was like, the traffic was pretty bad at the end, like getting near to Seoul, from Incheon to Seoul, like to the ports of Seoul. It was like there was a bunch of traffic, like, and then like we got to the apartment, like it's a bit close off where all apartments are, and we got there outside of the flat, and she came up to me and well, opened the door, and she was like, Samantha, 안녕하세요, and I was like, 안녕하세요, and she actually gave me a hug. She's really small, she's really cute, she's the sweetest, honestly. And then we grabbed my luggage, and I had 3 suitcases and a backpack. So she was like, oh, this is all your luggage? That one too? And I was like, yeah, that's all my luggage. She was like talking to me in Konglish, and it was really cute, and it made me feel very welcome. And then like I came into the room here, and everyone was really nice. My roommate was really nice, and oh, hi, and like she showed me how I could leave everything, and I thought that she'd been here for like months already, but she only arrived in the morning. And I met the other housemate, the Swedish guy, and after like I'd settled, like I unpacked and gotten a bit used to it, to taking a shower and just like calm down, another one arrived as well, the Canadian guy. And yeah, we're like the 4 housemates and living together here. And yeah, it was just really nice, family meeting, because the host dad Appa is really nice, and they have a daughter, and my host Dongseng, and she's really sweet as well. It was really nice to be together with everyone. Well, sleeping was actually pretty terrible because I laid awake from 1 to 6. Actually, I only had to get up at, well, we set the alarm for 6:35, I believe, because we had to get to school the next morning, and we had never been there before, to the school, and we actually have 2 addresses because the school moved. So we were like going into the subway the next morning. 2 of them had already tried it, my Swedish housemate and my roommate. So they explained it to us, and I got my T-Money card. I'm just grabbing it from my pocket. My T-Money card from my roommate. It's this one. It's like basically like a Dutch OV. You just like put money on it, and then you just bleep it, and then you can go. And it's really nice. You can have multiple, like you can have BT21, you can have VIX, you can have EXO, you can have BTS. Like in every convenience store you can find another one. And the great thing about these things actually is that if you like, you can just give it back and get money refund. So that's really great. I really like Korea with their public transportation. Actually, bus is pretty hard to cross, but I think once you get that, you'll be fine. But yeah. Then we went downstairs to the actual subway tracks. We waited, and then we got on. It was really, really, really busy. Like, it's jam-packed. You have to push to get in. Like, people are standing in front of the doors, and there will be like little gaps of space where people can fit. But it's jam-packed, and you like stand so close to each other. So we were just hanging out there, sitting really, really close to people, and I was like, "Oh, this is intimate." And then slowly, like at certain stations, you can just transfer to other lines. So at those stations, a lot of people got off, and when it was less crowded, we got together again. And then the Swedish guy says, "Yo, I think Oma gave us the wrong direction." So we were like, "Sure, that could be it," and he was like, "Oh yeah, she told us to go to Sinza, but." Well, no, that's not where we have to go, because according to the lines on the map, the website, it says that we have to go somewhere else. So we were like, oh yeah, sure, you probably know, so we'll follow you. And like, mind you, everyone had like a SIM card with Wi-Fi but me. Anyways, like that. So I couldn't look it up and I couldn't like verify that we had gone A, the wrong way, or B, the right way. So we all followed him like blind sheep, and we went out to another one and we were like, okay, we're running a bit late, but sure, well, that's fine. Like 10 minutes can be that bad. So we were like finally at the place we thought was right place. Spoiler alert. And we walk up to the front desk to the girl and we're like, oh yeah, you know this EF? Yeah, is this here? And she was like, yeah, just on the 7th floor. You just go up with the one on the right hand side, with the elevators on the right hand side, and you'll be fine. And we were like, oh yeah, sure, thank you. So we got onto the elevator and we went to the 7th floor. We got out and we were like, this can't be it. Like, there are no students. We just see cubicles, like people, well, actually a door and like a company name and cubicles behind that. And we were like, this can't be right. It wasn't. Turns out. So we asked the person like, do you know, is EF still here? Do you know where it is? And he was like, no, like has moved out. There's no EF anywhere here. So we were like, oh my god, of course. And I was like, oh yeah. The day before I like jokingly told my friends, oh yeah, you know, I'll probably go to the wrong tower tomorrow. Well, it turns out I actually did. So I went to the wrong tower, and then we like called, and we ended up at the right station. The directions that Oma had given us were the right, apparently. And finally we went to the right place. We had to go way back. We were like an hour and a half late. And I felt like, yeah, of course I'm late. I'm always late, so, you know, why wouldn't I be on my first day of school? We went like after school, because with school you like met everyone and you got placed into your correct class according to your placement test and your oral test. And we all went to a cultural street called Insadong. And in Insadong we had lunch, and then we had like an hour, 40 minutes to explore Insadong, and it was really pretty. And it was actually close to our home. So we were like, can we just pick up our schedules or timetables tomorrow? And just had a home right now. And she was like, and one of the activity coordinator was like, oh yeah, sure, it's whatever. We'll see you tomorrow. Please be on time. And she sent us pictures of her schedule so we would be on time the next morning. GOT7, the K-pop group, released a newest comeback, Lullaby. It would present you. So I wanted to do a K-pop reaction on a Lullaby. I'm 2 weeks late now, 3. But I wanted to do a K-pop reaction on it with my friends. But I was like too enthusiastic, and I was like, oh my god, I need to watch it. So I watched it first, and I was like, oh shit, I wanted to do a K-pop reaction on it. And JYP actually is pretty strict with their copyright. So that would have been my first copyright strike, even though I have like 26 subs. So I wasn't about to do that. Well, yeah. So then the next day, like I woke up, I had class later in the day, like at 1, and I woke up pretty early, and I was like looking through my feed, and I saw that there was going to be a fan sign that Friday at Yeodongpung, the Lotte department store in Yeodongpo. And I was like, okay, sure, I've wanted to go to fan signs like forever, so what do I have to do? Well, now you know where the title come from. So I went to the Lotte store on my own. That was actually, it was my second day, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do this. So I bought like a pass for like data, so I wouldn't be without internet. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna do this, you know, whatever. So I went there, I bought 1 album. It was my first album ever. Here I am again. And I bought 1 album, and you get these things with it. And I was like, oh my god, yes! this is my first album, and I had to like fill out a form for the fan sign. And I thought, you know, why the hell not? I'm here for 6 months, and this is my first time ever, so you know, maybe I'll get in. And yeah, that was what I did. And I went to school after because I actually had to hurry up, otherwise I'd be late again. And school was actually really fun. Like, the class was a bit like shy, you know, talking English, and normally I am too, but I was like, you know what, I paid a hell of money, a lot of money to get here, so I'm just like say everything in the worst accent possible if I have to, you know, I just gotta do this. I just talked, and I was like, and it was really good, but it wasn't too hard, you know. Sometimes I actually felt quite bored because the oral test was a bit like it was going by the book. So I was placed in the low, not the lowest class, the one a bit higher than that, A1.1. And it was okay for the time being because we learned how to introduce ourselves. And I mean, I could, but I wasn't too knowledgeable on it, and my vocabulary isn't that broad. So that was the reason why I was put there as well. So I can like introduce myself like 안녕하세요. 저는 서원태입니다. 저는 네덜란드 사람입니다. 저는 학생입니다. 만나서 반갑습니다. And that's what I've learned. I can ask you where the hell you're from, and that was what I learned like that whole week. And it was okay, you know. I learned how to read Hangul quicker, and it was like getting used to, because the teachers, they won't speak, not a lot of them speak like a lot of English to you. It's all, most of it is in Korean. Like on somehow I understood most of it, and I was like, oh yeah, sure, yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm from the Netherlands, I'm here, I'm like 18 years old, and like that sort of thing. I actually am wearing a top for the people who think I'm flashing them right now. I'm actually wearing a top. Sorry. And yeah, it was okay. And then after class, like we had about an hour, because the classes are, like, you have 3 classes a day, 80 minutes each, and it depends on, sometimes you have like 2 classes in the morning, then like an hour to an hour break, and then you have another class. But sometimes you have like 3 classes after each other. It's like you have 2 classes, or like your normal classes, like Korean beginner, Korean intermediate, or Korean advanced, and then you have like one class is a spin class, special interest class, and one class is a lecture. And that's, I'll show you my schedule in a bit. I'll show you my first week schedule, and yeah, that was the way it went. So that was my first like real school day. And after class we made some homework, me and my friends. Like, I actually felt like a first grader when I got it, because it was so, like, it was really basic, but we were still struggling to find the right words and to actually write in Hangul. But yeah, it was good. And that night we had a welcome dinner, went to a Korean barbecue. It was really nice. The food was really good. I really love the meat here. It's great. Not sponsored. the day like the day before I got into school with my album, and I would be like, oh my god, girls, look what I had gotten, you know. And I went there in my own and fan sign and blah blah blah, and I told them, and they were like, oh my god, we need to go after school. So we went after school. School was real good. And then the day before, I went at like 10. No, I was there at 11:30. Sorta, I think 11:30, 12, around that time. And there were no people at all, like none. So I actually had passed the store by like a few times. I was like on my phone like, where the hell am I? And being stared at by people like, oh my god, this is a foreigner. She doesn't know where the hell she's going. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a foreigner. I don't know where the hell I'm going, and y'all ain't helping me, so you know. So I was like, okay, where the hell I'm going? And like the blue dot on my map, like we're shifting from this side to the store to the other one, and I was like, okay, fuck this, I don't know where the hell I'm going. So I was like looking at the stores, and then I found it, and it was really small shop, but the hell, I don't know how I passed it, because there was like, they were blasting GOT7 music, and the posters, like they had posters and they were this big, not even this big, like bigger than the screen. They had like huge posters there. I was like, wow, I missed that. Wow, I'm stupid. Probably, yeah. But yeah, we went with the girls, and actually this time there was a line. And the dude looked shocked the day before when I asked him for one album, and I was like, why is that so weird? But when I was standing in line with the other girls, because I decided to, you know, show them around, they were like, I understood why, because you know, you need to buy 40 albums at least to be safe, or well, for certain K-pop groups you need to buy 40 albums to be safe. Like you're probably gonna get picked for the 100 people in the raffle for the fan sign. Because you have to get picked. You enter your name, you're entering information into the raffle, and then 100 people get picked. So the dude had looked shocked when I bought one album. And the girl that I was ordering was like filling out her forms. I saw on the, she was with a friend, and they had like I had like a suitcase and like 3 bags full. I don't know if the suitcase was filled with albums as well, but because at the like opposite of the store was like is another store, and there was like sale on suitcases, so I don't know if it was filled, but anyways, it was like big. And she had bought 67 albums, so she had like a lot of posters as well, and like bags full of these things as well, and of course the albums themselves. And I was like, well, how the hell do you spend so much money? But that wasn't even the worst thing. Now comes my title, y'all. The girl beside that bought 91 albums. The girl beside that bought 95. And I was like, well, damn it. I didn't buy 95, but I'm sorry, Dad. No, I didn't. I bought 10 albums in total. 2 of which I'm gonna keep, you know. 1 which I gave away to my host Dongseong. And 1 I'm going to give away, but more of that at the end of my video. But yeah, like I bought 10, and I felt like I'd spent hella money, but I was like feeling good about it, you know. Like, here, take my money, here I'm just like entering my information, and well, there you go. Hopefully I'll get picked. And that night would be like, see, the answers would be revealed, like the people who get picked would be revealed. So I was like calling my friend, my best friend, and I was like being really nervous about it. And then I was making homework, and then slowly at time, like at 10 p.m. it would be revealed whether or not I had gotten in or not. And then it was 10, and I was like, shit, it's online somewhere right now. But I was like looking, I was like, oh my god. And I was like, my heart was beating so fast. I was like, oh my god, please let me get in. Please let me get in. Please let me as a foreigner get in. Ah, love me. So I was like scrolling down, and I saw 4 names. I was like, no, that's not me, that's not me, that's not my friend. Because my friend, my other friend had bought 10 albums as well, and the other one had bought 8. And there was like, okay, no, not her name, not my name, not her name, not my name. And I was like scrolling, and then I got to 100 and saw no one's name, and I was like, maybe I overlooked it. So I went up, but I saw that there were like 33 foreign names, and the rest was Korean. And I was like, I'm not being mean or anything, just stating facts. And all of the foreign names looked like they came from like Japan, or like Indonesia, or Thailand, or China. Yeah, so we're like, yeah, okay. And I felt like a bit cheated, but then again, like, but I felt like quite a bit, I felt like a bit disappointed. I was like, oh my god, I'm so bitter about this. But I was like, okay, you know what, whatever, move on. You're still in Seoul for five 5 to 6 months, so you know, whatever, you can go to a concert if you want to. And yeah, I was disappointed, but yeah, that just learned me lessons. Just don't buy 10 albums. Still, but I could sleep in at least, so I was good. And we were like, me and a friend were like, well, these guys are pretty, you know, doable. I want more of a challenge, so we went to the administration officer. I think that's what you call them, like the person for the administration and the class and whatever. She was like, oh yeah, sure, you can try first on Friday, see how you like it, and if you enjoy that, then you can get to the new classes after Chuseok. So we were like, oh yeah, sure. So we're going to try the hard class on Friday. After school, we like wanted to get some studying done because we were still in chapter 1 of the first book, and the other class was in chapter 6 already of the first book. So we were like, oh shit, we have to, you know, hurry up and get there. So after that we went home because Friday was a long day. Like we had to go from 9:30 to 7 to 10 past 7. And but it was a good day, the Friday. Like we got to school, and actually my housemate had overslept because well, the day before we were like told, okay, you have to follow your regular classes and then follow the harder classes. So the next day we went to school that Friday, and my housemate overslept. I didn't feel too well actually, probably because like all the hard work start and the late sleeping and my sleeping pattern was like starting to catch up to me. But later on the day it went a bit better, and actually the lessons were pretty okay. Even the harder lessons, they were like pretty hard, and I was like, don't know what you're saying, but yeah, sure. But I at the end of the sentences, like a lot of Korean people have this, and they're like talking and talking and talking, and you pick up a few words, you know, and at the end of end of their story, they say something to conclude it, and you're like, oh, but that's what you're talking about. And they have that a lot, so that's why it's getting a bit easier, like listening. And yeah, it was alright, you know. There was another activity, like a EF hosting an activity every day, and that activity in that night was going to Hongdae, like some of you may have seen on my Instagram. And you had a pub crawl and like a Hongdae street tour. And I actually really wanted to go to the pub crawl. I know it's shocking for a lot of viewers, but I'm actually too young to drink here, so that's a bit sad. So I can't go clubbing, but I'll probably go and try sometime. But yeah, so we went to do the street tour, but that was actually a lot of fun too because we saw a lot of people busking, and like people are really talented here. Like they have like dance routines memorized. Try that. Go there. Go to Hongdae. And then after Hongdae, just like if you're old enough, go to a club, or you know, get some street food. Street food is good right there. And then the day after I woke up really late because I was so tired, and I finally had time to sleep. And then I just like chilled the whole day, make some homework, and I was actually helping with the dinner for Chuseok. That was really fun because that day after Sunday, that was Chuseok, and a lot of family came over, and that was actually but yeah, and they came over and they all helped with Chuseok, and the house smelled great and the food. These people actually came so early, like the next day as well. But like we played the Wii, and it was a lot of fun, you know, just chilling. And yeah, after that is the second week, and I'll tell you all about it in another video. Thank you for watching. I have a few vlogs coming up, or well, vlogs, just like videos coming up. I'll actually post them on time this time. Sorry, I'm a mess at planning. My first 2 weeks were great. I'll tell you all about it. in a bit. And yeah, just look forward to more content. I probably do more videos in this like talky kind of form when I haven't vlogged a lot, because I still have to work up like the courage to actually vlog in public. But yeah, I'll do my best. And thank you for watching. Oh, dit is echt zo erg. Ik heb ook gewoon elke keer in het Nederlands gezegd, maar ik moet het in het Engels doen. Anyways. Maar het is nog erger, want nu kan iedereen ook verstaan. Jongens, we doen het gewoon even in het Nederlands. It's whatever.
Doe je gewoon ondertitelingen bij?
Ja, oh maar dat is ook echt zoveel edit work. Anyways, jongens, we zijn nu op het vliegveld. En ik gooi er gewoon lekker in de screen. En we gaan straks de lucht in. Hoe laat is het nu?
Het is 15:15.
Dus nog 45 minuten en dan zitten we in het vliegtuig. En dan gaan we naar Korea, jongens. Voor een half jaar. Het is gewoon zo apart. Want normaal, ik moet hierin kijken. Wauw. Ik ben hier niet aan gewend.
Dat is onnatuurlijk, dat je wel naar jezelf kijkt.
Ja, ik ben ook de hele tijd zo van, oh girl, look at fine. dit komt in de bloopers. Kut.
De blubbers.
Nederlands wordt echt een chaos als ik terugkom. Anyways, mijn arm doet nu alweer. Wat wil ik zeggen? Ja, we gaan naar Korea. Holy shit. We gaan het doen, jongens. Ik moet waarschijnlijk de helft uitblurren straks. Maar we checken jullie zo nog wel.
Maar dit is echt iets dat heb ik al een jaar geleden besproken.
Okay, there. Hi everyone, we're back. Welcome back to my channel. We're actually in the middle of like Gangnam right now, close to our school, and you know, we just bought some food. I honestly don't know what it's called. Like, this is something akin to sugar bread, like, and a fluffy pancake. I don't know. And finally, everyone.
Hello.
Of our friend group. This is Lieve. You haven't seen her yet?
No, yeah.
I hope you can hear me actually. And yeah, this is our second day with school, like real school. This is our third day here on school. No, it's not. It's our fourth day. Who cares? Who cares? Anyways, I bought an album. I'll show you later. And what did we do actually? Anything else? I don't even have anything interesting to.
We went to a Korean barbecue.
Oh yeah, we went to Korean barbecue this night. I'll put some up in the screen as well. Okay, y'all, I just bought like 10 albums. Got 7. And Liever's going to as well. And we can say
the man.